One. John Manuel with Baseball America again here at the Prospect Pad with Foster Griffin of the Kansas City Royals. Foster, I think we first saw you 2 times in your high school career, actually. Very fortunate to see you a couple times in high school. First, the Under Armour All-America game, and then at the NHSI. And both those events, you pitched pretty well, and obviously NHSI, you guys had the secret sauce, right? I mean, you guys were able to, only Florida team to win the National High School Invitational with the first academy. How much do you, in your pro career, how much of those amateur events kind of help you in your, set you up for your pro career?
Oh yeah, those were a lot of fun. Both events, Under Armour and the NHSI, and then Perfect Game as well was a lot of fun. NHSI was special just because we were with that group for such a long time, from like 7th grade on, as seniors. From that, yeah, it was. We had I think 6 or 7 of us from 7th grade on were together, so that was a lot of fun to win that. And we went into the tournament, no one really expected us to win. We were kind of like the last seed, and then we beat Milton in the first game and kind of put us ahead. And I threw a complete game. And the next day, Adam Hazley threw a complete game, and then from there on, it was just kind of everything clicked, and then we were able to pull it out. So it was a lot of fun.
I remember seeing you. Did you flirt with a no-hitter on that backfield, like field 2? You were on you weren't on the main field. There were like 20 fans there from each school, and then like 100 scouts, it felt like.
Yeah, it was all I remember from that game is it was like 34 degrees and wind was blowing 60 miles an hour is what it felt like. So that's all I remember. I couldn't feel my hands for the first 3 innings, so I know I kind of used that to my advantage. Just the hitters, I knew they weren't ready to hit the fastball inside, so I kind of busted in on their hands for a little while until they could, prove they could hit it.
When I saw you also at that the Under Armour game in Chicago, the All-America game, and I actually ran into your parents outside the stadium, and when they told me that you were committed to Ole Miss, I was like, ooh, I don't know about that. This was right the year before Ole Miss went to Omaha, and it was pretty funny because I gave them this big spiel about maybe you should look at junior colleges, and you don't want to necessarily tie yourself into a 4-year school. And then, of course, the next year Ole Miss went to Omaha, and Carl Lafferty knows exactly what he's doing, and Cliff Godwin was there, and, of course, Coach Bianco, which is pretty cool. But obviously signing out of pro ball, you had a couple years of struggles, but it seems like you really turned things around this year. What's been, in your mind, the key to this being your best pro season?
I think it has a lot to do with some confidence. They sent me back to high A in Wilmington, and I was able to establish there and get my confidence. And then when I got promoted this year, I've been promoted every year. I've been in pro ball. And then as soon as I get promoted, I've struggled. So then this year, when I got promoted and I made it, really known to myself that I was like, I'm not going to have any struggles this time. I'm going to go after hitters. Nothing changes. I think when I got promoted in the years past, I kind of tried to be too finesse and dot corners and try and get hitters out that way instead of just attacking with my stuff and just seeing how it competes at that level. When I was able to do that in Double A so far, it's worked out.
Well, when we walked into the prospect pad, we actually both walked in at the same time, and I said, I'm not sure who that is over there. And you said, oh, that's Mejia. I know him. I don't. You've seen enough of him. Is Francisco Mejia of the Indians one of the best hitters you've seen? And who's the toughest hitter you've faced so far in your pro career? Yeah. Or do you want to go back to high school and throw the Reverend Hazley some love?
Yeah, Mejia is, man. I faced him with Lynchburg last year too many times. And then his teammate actually that year, Bobby Bradley, is another hitter that's really polished. Yeah. Really polished hitter from the left side, especially left on left. He was really good. But yeah, Adam Hazley, I haven't faced him in 3 years or so since high school scrimmages, but he's swinging the bat pretty well right now.
He is. I love that fake Twitter handle about him. It just made me chuckle, and he had a hell of a year, obviously, for Virginia this year. Couple of the goofier questions, and we'll wrap up. What's your go-to Chipotle order?
Chipotle order, white rice, pinto beans, double chicken, corn, a little bit of cheese, and guacamole.
Everyone, that never stumps anyone. Every minor leaguer has that order down pat. I mean, It just seems like it's quick, it's healthy, and it's cost effective, right?
It really is. It's the go-to.
We're doing like an ad for them without even asking them. And then finally, T Swift or Katy Perry, which side do you fall on in this epic rivalry?
I'd probably say Taylor Swift. I came onto her, early in my career when I was really young, so I'd have to stick with her.
I like the loyalty there. Your loyalty to Adam Hazley and Taylor Swift. Yeah. Those two things are tried and true. So thanks for joining us, and we'll be back with more interviews here on the Baseball America Prospect Pad.